Alright, here is a 2001 RG2020X. Kind of a rare guitar, and I don't think Ibanez used a lot of piezo systems in their RGs, so it was a good find for me. I think I got this one in maybe 2012, and I figured I'd go through and see how it's held up over the years. So if you're interested in one of these, you can get some insight. So issues I've had would be the barrel jack getting loose. If I put the distortion on here, probably hear that crackling. Sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't. There we go. Again, easy to replace, and this guitar has two jacks, so what I'll probably do is just switch them. I don't use the other one at all, or at least I haven't in the past. Let's see, anything else? Pots are getting scratchy. That's normal. Not too bad. Here's the volume pot. You can hear them make more noise if you play a note, usually, so that's not too bad. The tone control is a little worse. There we go. But tuning stability is still great, so I can... as long as I tune it after I do that, it stays. So I'll actually dive bomb and then tune the guitar, do that a few times. If I pull back, it'll go sharp, and I'll show you that. So I'll use distortion. So tune, pull back on it. Now it's off. Dive bomb. Back in tune. I did have to level the frets on this guitar, but it was just from a lot of playing. Just the lower frets. They were very worn. And I do wish this came with bigger frets originally, but it's not too bad. It's not like what do they call those fretless Gibsons? It's not that bad. I know that's a matter of taste, really, but I definitely prefer a jumbo fret. This is probably my easiest guitar to play. The one that rivals it would be, I have a 7-string Ibanez, 7620, I think a 99 model. I'll do a review on that one too. That's a great guitar. It's probably, in some ways, a little easier to play than this, just because it has bigger frets. And any other problems? I haven't, everything still works on it really well. Back to clean here. Switch is good. Piezo system, I'll turn that on. There we go. You have to play it really softly in order for it to sound good, especially with the way I have this guitar set up. I have the strings very low. So if I play hard, it sounds like a cheap guitar. So I have to play it very softly with the piezo system. And I'm just playing through a cheap amp. I want to have something I can talk over, so I'm just playing through a little Peavey Envoy, and these are actually great for the price. There's a piezo sound. I'll do a quick run through. Oh, and before I do that, I'll let you know I did change the pickups. There's nothing really wrong with the original ones, and I really liked the bridge pickup originally, and I probably should have just kept the bridge pickup in, but I wanted matched pickups, so I put a air zone in the neck, which is actually a bridge pickup, and a tone zone in the bridge. And that got me the darker sound I wanted for the neck pickup. There we go. Okay, now I'm on the amp setting I want to be on. Okay, so there's the neck pickup. I wanted something that I could just play jazz on immediately and not have to mess with the tone knob too much. The original neck pickup was a little too bright for me. especially when you rolled off the tone. I know that's just an issue with the designs, the way the treble bleed is on these guitars. And I'll show you with the distortion. So it works. I mean, it does what it's supposed to do, but it gets a little bit too thin for me. So here's the volume all the way up with the overdrive on that neck pickup. Roll off. I mean, you can use that to your advantage, and I could just turn the tone down to compensate for it. But I'll probably just put a different treble bleed in there. It is kind of fun sometimes, though, to get that Strat kind of sound. Any other issues? That's about all I can think of. Well, I haven't had a lot of guitars with Floyd Rhodes system on them, and you don't use the tuning machines much on these, and they have gotten a little stiff over the years. Of course, I only have to worry about that when I change strings, but that's probably the same with any Floyd Rose system. I've had a few guitars. Right now I only have two with Floyd Rose. I haven't been using this one on gigs very much, so I might just loosen these and use the tuners to get them out, to smooth out a little bit. Okay, it does have a 9-volt battery in the back, so the piezo system is active. The other pickups are not. And another modification I did to it. I put 2 extra springs in the back. I should give you a close look. So originally they come with a bracket screwed in, and some people think you can't put extra springs in because of that, but you can, and they won't slip out. The braces there, I'm sure, to hold these in, but I've never had an issue with them popping out. I like having the firmer bridge. So any guitar I have that just has 3 springs in it, I'll just put 5 in if I can. Oh, you should see the wear too. So I've worn off. I put most of the wear on this guitar, actually. The finish is worn off right here. I leave the back off on these. It's just, if I feel like changing string gauges and I need to adjust this here, I just don't feel like taking the thing off. Same thing with any kind of truss rod cover. I usually take that off, but this one didn't come with one anyway. And so the finish is kind of dulled a little bit over here. A few dings and scratches. In this area here. I think there goes the barrel jack again. I wish I wouldn't use those. Once they get loose, you can't do anything about it. So, as far as I know, anyway, there could be a way to fix those. Most of the guys I've talked to just replace them whenever they get like that. It's still playable and usable, but I wouldn't want to record with this guitar at the moment. Until I get that fixed. And just in case you were wondering how the piezo system works, so the way the guitar is wired right now, I can only use the piezo by itself or the magnetic pickups by themselves. And it would be nice to have them both at the same time. That's just a matter of wiring it differently. And I think the model after this guitar, the 2020X or 2020X, I think you could get both sounds on those, and they had a tone control on the piezo system, and this one does not. And after changing the pickups, I've noticed that the pickups don't match up quite as well with the piezo system as the old pickups did. The piezo system is a little brighter compared to the pickups I put in here, so especially against the neck pickup. So, and you can change the tone by just changing how you pick the string, the angle of the pick, what type of pick you use, or your fingers, and I can work with it. I definitely keep in mind to play very softly when I'm using the piezo pickup, or pickups, I should say. There's one on each individual saddle, and it's looks like a pretty complicated system. All of that stuff can be changed. I mean, I can wire it up differently, or I can wire it to the tone knob. This is my go-to guitar if I need to learn something really technical, or if I have to play all day, or if I have to learn a whole band set list in a week or something like that. If I have to learn 40 songs in a week, I'll take this one out and learn the songs on it, because it is one of my easiest playing guitars, if not the easiest. I have 9-gauge strings on it right now. I normally like 10s, but 9s are working great on this guitar, and that's just going to make it easier to play than it would be with 10s on it. Especially for bending. So. Oh, I didn't show the action on this thing. That's about as low as I can stand it. It's a 17-inch radius. I don't know if you can see that. I can still get. I might break a string here. I've had these strings on for quite a while. But, I'll do I'll just see how far I can bend. Start with the whole step bend. So that's good. Still nice and clear. I went a little sharp there. Step and a half. And I start to lose it. 2-step bend. I might break a string. With a lot of distortion, that would still come through. And that's really the only string that frets out. I actually wish more companies would make flatter fingerboards. I play a lot, and I've had issues with carpet tunnel before. And I want to get the action as low as I possibly can on at least a few guitars. So if I have to learn something really technical or learn a lot of songs in a short amount of time, it would be nicer if it's just a completely flat fingerboard. And I think the only company I know of that makes one is Vigier, a French company. They're a Sean Lane model. And if you haven't heard Sean Lane, check him out. He's one of my favorite players. But, let's see. And I'm complaining about the 17-inch radius not being flat enough, but that's just me. I think it's easier for the right hand too. The strings are closer to being at the same height. So. And again, I'm new to doing reviews, so just bear with me for a moment here. I'm gonna try to think of things, but. I think, yeah, that's all. As far as the issues go, things I like, and I haven't been gigging with it just because the really just minor issues. I need to replace the jack in it. I've been using Paul Reed Smith guitars for most of it when I'm playing with a band. They're not as easy to play as this, but they don't have any issues. I'll do a review on a few of those too. It's a great company, but at home when I'm playing, this is the guitar I pick up most of the time. But, I'll go ahead and just play through it a little bit. I never did a proper demo of this guitar when I first started the YouTube channel. I didn't put any effort into it. I didn't plan on being active on there. But this is simple run through. I'll start with the piezo pickup. Bridge. Second position, that will be these two inner coils, so it sounds like a Strat. It's kind of in between the neck pickup and the middle pickup, and the middle pickup and the bridge pickup sound. I don't know if I made sense right there, but exactly like a Strat, but it's just really close. And that's my favorite temp for rhythm. So. And middle position, that's just everything except the piezo, of course. Neck in parallel. And neck in series. There you go. Hopefully you found it interesting. I'll go through everything on distortion too. Starting with the piezo pickup. And one thing you can do with this is turn it on and off to get that like a tremolo effect. So. I almost played a riff. I don't want to get the copyright claim. So on this video, I don't care about my cover videos. But, oh yeah, so there's piezo. Bridge pickup, distortion. Second position. Middle. Neck in parallel. And neck in series. Alright, hopefully you found it interesting. Thanks for watching.